Wait, do not scroll beyond this. What you are sensing right now is not arbitrary. I am the one who stirred your spirit to pause. I am the one who permitted your eyes to arrive here at this precise second. Nothing about this instant is ordinary. You name it timing. I name it design. There are seasons when I remain silent and permit you to develop through endurance. There are seasons when I purify you through waiting. And then there are instants like this. Instants when I address plainly, because movement is demanded. This is not about dread. This is about harmony. Something has been cultivating beneath the surface of your existence. Portals have been adjusting on their hinges. Dialogues have been transforming behind the scenes. Routes have been clearing where you witnessed only barriers. You have requested breakthrough from me. You have petitioned for alteration. You have questioned if I absorbed you in the quietness. I absorbed every expression, even the petitions you never address aloud, even the tears you conceal from others. What since postponed was never rejected. I was arranging pieces in manners you could not yet comprehend. The movement in front of you is not massive. It is compliant, and compliance generates momentum. When you shift with reliance, I shift with power. When you act in trust, I discharge what has been prepared. Too often you pause to sense assured before you shift. But assurance follows compliance, not the reverse. This is the hour to discharge hesitation. Uncertainty has occupied sufficient space in your reasoning. Dread has narrated sufficient of your determinations. I am inviting you into understanding. And understanding does not shout. It settles. It fortifies. It steadies your heart from the inside outward. You have been groomed more than you comprehend. Every disappointment instructed you perception. Every sealed portal redirected you towards something superior. Every season of quietness sharpened your capacity to absorb me more plainly. Nothing was squandered. Not your battle, not your bewilderment, not even your errors. I am capable to weave all matters into purpose when you position them in my hands. Right now, I am requesting your complete focus. Not tomorrow, not when existence decelerates, but here in this breath. The transformation commences when you determine to be present. Set aside interruption. Lay down the mental commotion. Absorb attentively. I am directing you into a season where movement substitutes stagnation. You may not witness immediate evidence, but harmony is already occurring. When harmony commences, resistance weakens. What once sensed impossible commences to sense achievable. You will notice subtle alterations first. Renewed vigor, clearer reasoning, unexpected possibilities. Do not dismiss them as happenstance. They are markers. You desire alteration in your existence? Then apply this reality. Small, consistent compliance generates unstoppable momentum. Pardon even when pride resists. Grasp the possibility even when comfort disputes. Address with bravery even when your voice trembles. These actions unlock acceleration. You have been requesting elevation from me, but elevation demands preparedness. Preparedness is not flawlessness. It is willingness. It is a quiet determination to rely on me beyond what you witness. When you declare I am prepared, heaven responds because preparedness opens access. If something in your spirit is agreeing with this expression right now, write yes in comments. Let it be your declaration of harmony. You are not trailing. You are not overlooked. You are not disqualified. The story that communicated you it was too late was never for me. I labor beyond timelines. I reclaim lost years. I restore assurance. I reconstruct what appeared shattered beyond restoration. But absorb me plainly. Hesitation carries a price. When you dismiss the prompting I provide you, momentum decelerates. When you postpone compliance, understanding diminishes. This is not castigation. It is principle. Movement initiates flow. Stillness beyond its season generates stagnation. This is your instant to reconnect with purpose. Examine your habits. Modify what weakens you. Fortify what constructs you. Invest oration and petition daily, not as ritual but as relationship. Protect your reasoning. Select gratitude. Gratitude transforms your perspective and maintains your heart receptive to obtain more. You desire breakthrough. Commence acting like someone who anticipates it. Address differently. Journey differently. Prepare differently. Create space for what you have requested me to transmit. Do not petition for increase while clinging to restriction. I am not summoning you to struggle. I am summoning you to rely. When reliance encounters action, transformation commences. My child, I have observed you develop through strain that others never witnessed. I have witnessed your resilience. I have fortified you quietly. You are more powerful now than you were a year ago, wiser, more perceptive. Do not contract back. This next chapter will not unfold gradually. It will unfold plainly, and understanding will demand bravery. Declare yes before you witness the complete picture. Advance forward before you comprehend every detail. I will direct you as you shift. Remain with this message until the conclusion. Permit it to settle into your spirit. Apply what you are absorbing. Your existence alters when you practice reality, not when you simply absorb it. If these expressions bring calmness or vigor into your heart, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and share it with someone who requires encouragement if you sense uplifted by what I am addressing into your existence. Support this labor so the message can reach others searching for expectation. You sense it, do you not? Something is altering, not loudly, not dramatically, but undeniably. The atmosphere surrounding your existence is adjusting. What sense trapped is loosening. What sense heavy is lifting. This is not imagination. This is movement. When I commence to shift, it does not always surface spectacular at first. It often initiates internally. A fresh bravery rises. A fresh calmness anchors you. Old dread loses its grip. You commence reasoning beyond your restrictions. That is how transformation initiates, inside before outside. You have survived a season of groundwork. Groundwork is rarely comfortable. It stretches you. It exposes frailties. It extracts what cannot accompany you into the next level. That discomfort you sense was not desertion. It was purification. Now you stand at the edge of increase. Increase in understanding. Increase in possibility. Increase in responsibility. And yes, increase in favor. But favor flows optimally through those who are harmonized. Let me instruct you something powerful. Harmony is daily. It is selecting integrity when compromise is simpler. It is selecting discipline when interruption is louder. It is selecting trust when uncertainty attempts to dominate. Apply this in your existence, commencing today. Awaken with design. Address gratitude before complaint. Substitute negative self-address with reality. Serve others without anticipating immediate reward. These habits position you for favor. You persist requesting miracles from me. But often I shift through principles. When you manage what you possess well, more is trusted to you. When you steward your duration wisely, your possibilities expand. When you shield your calmness, your understanding increases. The next level of your existence will demand assurance rooted in me, not in circumstances. Circumstances fluctuate. I remain steady. You may notice sudden portals opening soon, fresh connections, unexpected offers, restore relationships. Do not alarm when momentum increases. Do not sabotage advancement because it senses unfamiliar. Development often senses uncomfortable at first. If this message resonates profoundly within you, write amen below as your sign of agreement and anticipation. There will also be resistance when you rise. Not everyone celebrates. Remain grounded. Remain humble. Remain concentrated. Do not permit interruption to steal your discipline. The adversary of your advancement is not always collapse. Sometimes it is comfort. You are stepping into acceleration. Acceleration demands stability. That stability arrives from petition, steadiness, and bravery. Shield your mornings. Protect your mind. Feed your spirit reality daily. You were not generated from mediocrity. You were fashioned with design. Gifts were positioned inside you that the world requires. Halt minimizing them. Halt comparing yourself. Comparison distorts perspective. Concentrate on your assignment. I am positioning you for impact. Impact demands compliance. Compliance demands reliance. Reliance develops through relationship. Fortify your relationship with me. Address with me daily. Absorb quietly. Act faithfully. Observe what unfolds. The breakthrough you have petitioned for will not only favor you, it will influence others. Your testimony will fortify someone else's trust. Your discipline will stimulate someone else's bravery. But remain vigilant. Do not permit pride to substitute gratitude when increase arrives. Gratitude maintains the flow receptive. Meekness shields what is provided. My child, you are not stepping into this alone. I precede you. I stand beside you. I fortify you from within. The protection you have registered is genuine. The direction you have sensed is deliberate. Discharge dread completely. Dread will attempt to murmur that you are unprepared. That voice is not reality. You are equipped. You are capable. You are supported. Now declare preparedness again. Not emotionally, but deliberately. State within yourself, I accept the next level. When you accept it, you prepare for it. Remain until the conclusion of this message. Permit these expressions to anchor you. Apply them practically. Alteration commences with action. Do not merely sense stimulated. Shift differently today. Share this message with someone who requires reassurance. Support this channel, so these expressions persist, reaching hearts that sense lost or uncertain, and remain connected for what is approaching next. The transformation has already commenced. Journey forward courageously. What awaits you is greater than what you departed behind. Let me expand on what is occurring right now in the spiritual dimension that you cannot yet witness with physical eyes. Arrangements are being made on your behalf. Dialogues are occurring in spaces you cannot access. Individuals who will serve critical functions in your next season are being positioned by my hand. You have been petitioning for specific matters, but I am preparing to provide you something that exceeds your petitions. What you requested was beneficial. What I am preparing is optimal. This demands reliance from you. Reliance that I recognize what you require more than you recognize in yourself. Reliance that my timing is flawless even when it contradicts your expectations. Reliance that my methods are superior even when they appear unconventional. Here is what you require to comprehend about the season you are entering. It will not resemble what you anticipated. The portals that open may not be the portals you were observing. The possibilities that surface may not be packaged in the manner you imagined. The individuals who arrive may not fit the profile you constructed in your mind. But if you remain receptive, if you remain flexible, if you remain willing to receive my provision in whatever form I select to transmit it, you will witness that my ways are higher than your ways. My reasoning surpasses your reasoning. And my plans for you are beneficial, not harmful, to provide you expectation and a future. This is why I am instructing you to discharge control. Control is the adversary of trust. When you attempt to direct every detail, you restrict what I can accomplish. When you insist on particular outcomes, you close yourself off to superior possibilities. When you hold tightly to your own understanding, you miss my direction. But when you discharge control, when you surrender outcomes to me, when you trust me with the specifics, you position yourself for miracles. Because miracles rarely arrive packaged in the manner human logic anticipates. Miracles often arrive disguised as ordinary moments that transform into extraordinary revelations. Pay attention to what appears insignificant, the casual dialogue that carries a significant phrase, the unexpected encounter that opens an unanticipated portal, the minor adjustment that triggers a major transformation. These are how I frequently labor, through what appears small but holds substantial weight. Now let me address the resistance you will confront when you commence moving in compliance, when you commence stepping into your next level, when you commence operating in increased authority. You will encounter opposition. This is not a signal that you are off course. This is confirmation that you are precisely on course. The adversary does not squander energy on individuals who pose no threat. If you are encountering resistance, it is because you are becoming dangerous to darkness. If you are confronting obstacles, it is because you are advancing towards something significant. If you are experiencing pressure, it is because you are being prepared to manage weight. Do not interpret resistance as rejection. Do not permit obstacles to persuade you to retreat. Do not permit pressure to make you surrender. Instead, comprehend resistance as confirmation, obstacles as evidence, pressure as preparation, and persist advancing. Here is your instruction for the approaching weeks. First, shield your mornings. The manner you commence your day establishes a tone for everything that follows. Before you examine your communication device, before you absorb news, before you permit the world to address into your existence, address with me, petition, absorb scripture, declare reality over your day. Second, guard your associations. Not everyone can accompany you where you are headed. Some relationships have fulfilled their purpose. Some connections are depleting rather than depositing. Some individuals are anchors when you require wings. This is not about being unkind. This is about being wise. Third, protect your peace. Calmness is not merely a sentiment. Calmness is a spiritual marker. When you forfeit your calmness, you forfeit your understanding. When you permit circumstances to disturb your internal equilibrium, you create space for error. Absorb to recognize when your calmness is threatened and address limits to shield it. Fourth, feed your trust. Trust is like a muscle. It fortifies through exercise. Every time you select to rely on me instead of panic, your trust develops. Every time you select to trust instead of dread, your trust deepens. Every time you select compliance instead of compromise, your trust matures. Fifth, practice gratitude aggressively. Do not pause for flawless circumstances to be grateful. Discover something to be grateful for right now. Gratitude transforms your brain chemistry. Gratitude alters your perspective. Gratitude positions you to obtain more favor. Grateful individuals attract more to be grateful for. Now here is what you can anticipate in the approaching days. You will witness minor breakthroughs that foreshadow major ones. An unexpected communication, a sudden resolution to a prolonged problem, a minor financial provision, an advance in a relationship. These are not the ultimate destinations. These are signals that the transformation has commenced. Do not dismiss these minor victories. Celebrate them, acknowledge them, permit them to construct your trust. Because as you demonstrate faithfulness in small matters, you will be trusted with larger matters. As you exhibit gratitude for minor provisions, you position yourself for major provisions. Within the next lunar cycle, you will confront a determination that will test whether you genuinely trust what I am addressing to you. This determination may sense frightening. It may not make logical sense. Your mind may dispute it. Your dread may oppose it. But profoundly in your spirit, you will recognize it as correct. When that instant arrives, select trust over dread. Select compliance over comfort. Select my voice over human reasoning, because that determination will become a pivot point. That selection will unlock what has been sealed. That act of trust will initiate acceleration. I am not summoning you to blind trust. I am summoning you to informed trust. Trust rooted in recognizing who I am. Trust established on my track record in your existence. Trust anchored in my character, not your circumstances. You recognize I have been faithful. You recognize I have never deserted you. You recognize I have supplied for you consistently. So when the next test arrives, when the next opportunity surfaces, when the next instruction is provided, respond from that foundation of trust, not from your dread, not from your doubt, not from your history, but from recognizing who I am and what I have committed to you. Your breakthrough is not approaching. Your breakthrough has commenced. The transformation you have been petitioning for is not distant. The transformation is occurring right now. The season you have been awaiting is not future. The season is present. The only inquiry is, will you acknowledge it? Will you step into it? Will you journey in it? Or will you permit uncertainty, dread, and hesitation to maintain you trapped in yesterday while tomorrow waits? Select wisely. Select courageously. Select now, because this is your instant. This is your season. This is your moment of breakthrough. And I am with you every movement of the journey. Journey forward. Your future is summoning.